I am live. Hey, if you're finding the recording of this, you should go to denverguitarorchestra.com, which I am doing right this minute, to post our link for today's live and in color broadcast. And on denverguitarorchestra.com, you'll get all of the sheet music for everything we're going to talk about today, and you are going to get a graded and sensible plan to become a fingerstyle guitarist, and you are going to become a better player than I am, which is a fairly low bar, but you will have a good time along the way. And we will, if we're lucky, turn you into something amazing. Hey, Caleb, what's going on, dude? Caleb is logged in today. He's a baritone ukulele guru, and he must not be in school right now. So excited to see you, buddy. Hey, Vic, welcome in. Thanks for teaching and helping. I'm trying. I'm teaching. Don't know if I'm helping. Let's see. Today we are working on Brother John. And remember, Pay Me My Money Down. And then we've got Santa Lucia, which is beautiful. And we're going to have Remember Me for the 400th time. So we'll get playing here. Evelyn may be along shortly. We're not going to spend a ton of time on covering all of the basics. If you have been with us this week, you've been covering the basics over and over. And if you haven't been with us, go back and check on a few of those previous recordings from this week in our archive folder on the website. So I think we'll go from... Hey, Evelyn, there you are. All right, now Evelyn's here, so now we can start. You're getting to like Pay Me My Money. Well, you know, it's interesting. All these songs grow on you. And I have the craziest, I will tell you honestly, far and away, the craziest thing in all of these levels. Level 3, there's a song called Heiden Roselein. It's an old German song. I mean, old, like, you know, before that time song. And it is just fabulous. It lays out on guitar. There's one weird chord in there that's sort of fun to tackle anyway. And otherwise, it makes your guitar sound amazing. And you don't know the song. Nobody knows the song. You have to be in your 90s to know what that song even is. And in fact, I've had a younger Austrian woman come and say, that's not how that song goes. Well, it's changed since the olden times, but people love the song. And it's one of those songs when you're going through the book and you're like, Wine Roseline, I'm not going to do that one. And you skip right past it. And it turns out that I've had any number of students come and say, gosh, I just love Heiden Roseline. And so I would say Pay Me My Money Down fits in that same group. It's one of those songs when initially you're like, I don't know, it doesn't mean that much to me. But the more you play it, the more kind of fun and more interesting it gets. All right. Let me make sure I'm in tune. If you are in level 1, your phrase that pays is... He waits to make sure to see if you remember the phrase that pays. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. That's the phrase that pays. That's what you want to know when you're walking out of level 1. This week we are level 1 song number 1, so we're starting fresh and solid on the bass line. You should know Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. That's how you tune it. You should know that you want to own this snark right here. This is the one you want. Okay, it is called. I think it's called an ST8 or SN8. Super tight all instrument tuner is what it's called. It has a letter in it. It has a letter number on it too somewhere. Maybe not on the thing itself, but they're ST8 or SN8, something like that. And they cost $18. It's double what the other tuners cost, and it's worth every penny. So that's what you want. You also want to download a tuner onto your phone so you have it, and then you want to know how to hold your guitar. Or if you're Caleb, you hold your baritone ukulele. It does go between your legs. It feels super weird when you first get started, and eventually it will not feel weird at all. It's just what you do. I have a footstool here that I use, that I put my foot up on this, and then I let my guitar rest on my left leg, and my, sort of drop down in front of the chair. And for you guys, I usually play it up on this leg actually to show this, but I don't think you should be thinking about that. Like let yours drop down where your arm is basically horizontal. I hold it up just a little bit so that you can actually see what my right hand is doing. This is uncomfortably close to my face. Okay, you do not want to play it horizontal. It will not serve you in the long term. Your pad of your thumb goes on the back of the neck. I never see the pad of your thumb. You don't play here. It's not gonna make your life easier. It's gonna make your life harder. Okay, pad of your thumb back here. All of this is right here. Okay, and mostly we play in first position, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, sometimes we'll play in second position, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then occasionally we'll end up down here in fifth position, or more. But on this song, we oddly enough do end up doing some positional playing right off the bat. Okay, so first let's play the melody. That's the guitar melody line, 0240, 0240, 457, 457, 7975, 40, 7975, 400. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. It's one of those things that's probably worth memorizing, because you are going to end up, once you get good and once somebody hears you play, they're going to want you to teach them. And knowing how to get them started right with Brother John is, something that's not a bad idea to have in your head. Okay, so here we go. Middle finger and then pinky finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. I just blew it. Let's play it again. 0, 2, 4, 0, 0, 2, 4, 0, 4, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. First string, second string, first string, first string, second string, first string. Okay. And usually, if you're here in my classes locally, that takes 2 weeks to get there. The first week I teach you, the second week you come back in, and hopefully you're playing it at full speed. When I teach it, 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0, I teach that at half speed. So it's 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. So I teach that at half the speed so that people can be successful, right? And then their goal as homework for the first week is to get it up to speed. 7, 9, 7, 5, 4, 0. Because honestly, once you get it, once you understand how tablature works, you can play all songs, okay? Now, the other thing that I need people to walk out of level 1 knowing, they know how to hold the guitar, they know how to tune the guitar, they know how to pluck a melody out from tablature. They also need to know their 4 basic chords. The first chord today in the book is E chord, index finger, 3rd string, 1st fret, middle finger on the 5th string, 5th string, 2nd fret, and your ring finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and you can strum all strings. Okay, sounds beautiful on guitar. And then it's 4 beats per measure. We know that because of the 4/4 time at the top of the song. And a measure are those vertical lines going up and down. Okay, so there's 4 beats in every one. You don't care what's going on in the melody. You're going to play 4 beats every single measure. First time through, we're going to play with your thumb down. Second time, you grab 4 strings and 4 fingers. Pluck any 4 strings you want. It's going to sound fine. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. Sonnez les matines, ding, dang, dong, ding, dang. Just switch to plucking. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping? John, Brother John. Morning bells are ringing, morning bells are ringing, ding, dang, dong, ding, dang, dong. On that last measure, a lot of times I'll just pluck it 3 times and then let it ring through. Last measure of every song is usually you want to talk to whoever else you're playing music with to see how they want to do the last measure, because there's usually a little bit of variation from that and the rest of the song. Now, that's what I expect at level 1, right? You can pluck the melody, you can play the chord in question, you know how to tune, and you know how to hold your guitar. If we can get you out of the first 4 weeks of the class in doing that, then we've been successful. And that builds a foundation for you to be able to move on to levels 2 and 3 effectively. Okay. There is a line on here called Tough Axe. I don't recommend that you play this or teach this, but I do want you to know what it is. Basically, I'm taking this E chord, and then I'm going to add in the melody underneath it. Now, because I've got to use a bunch of other fingers to get the melody to work, I'm not going to play the whole chord. I'm only going to play this part of it. Okay. And then it would sound like this. It'll sound nice. It will sound nice. Okay. That's how adults want to play. They want to put the chords, the melody together, make the whole package. It's going to sound brilliant. Okay. But at level 1, we don't work on that. I demonstrate what it is and we move on. Okay. Because actually the level 1 chord melody parts are actually much more difficult than some of the other stuff that we'll be playing. All right. Let's move on to book 2. Okay, we're working on Pay Me My Money Down, which Vic is slowly growing to accept. She will eventually be up there with Bruce Springsteen knocking this thing out. Okay, 2 chords on this one, and from level 1, you will have already learned a chord. That's index, middle, ring. On strings 4, 3, and 2. And then you will be having E chord to get there. Index finger back 1, and these 2 go up 1. 2. Okay. And then to get back, pull these guys out of the way. Index finger lands on the 4th string. These land on 3 and 2. Okay. Let's play it. 1, 2, 3. I thought I heard the captain say, pay me my money down. Tomorrow is my sailing day. Pay me my money down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Pay me, oh, pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Let's go back and play it one more time so I don't mess it up. I wish I was the boss's son. Pay me my money down. Stay inside and drink good rum. Pay me my money down. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Pay me, oh, pay me. Pay me my money down. Pay me or go to jail. Pay me my money down. Okay. So not a ton to that song. Not the greatest melody ever written, not the greatest chord structure ever written, but kind of a lot of fun to play, right? Just get after your guitar a little bit, hit a little bit louder than you might normally hit it, give it a little bit of bounce to it. The rhythm, I think, is more the fun part of that. And if you're a good singer, obviously you could probably really pull something off fine there. Okay, now you have the idea how the melody goes. Let's go ahead and play it on guitar. Okay, mostly twos, an occasional three pops in. I don't think there's much else really in the song. So you can either, I'm gonna put my page turner down here. You can either play it twos and threes, or you can play it twos and threes, whichever makes most sense for you. I will probably play it with twos and threes because then I feel like I'm in first position. That's a very comfortable place for me to hang out. All right, let's just play through the melody one time so we know how it goes. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three, 4, 1. And then you'd repeat it. Okay? Again, nice, easy to get along with melody, but nothing really fancy in there. You really want to hear the lyrics as you're playing something like that, because you got to be patient with this on there, especially when you have rests at the first beat of the measure. You got to be patient. You don't want to overplay it. You don't want to rush it. You want to let the instrument develop to its fullest ability and really get the tune out. And so be patient. The easiest way to be patient, hear the lyrics going on in your head. Be singing those lyrics in your head. And of course, the other way is to actually physically count your beats as you're going along. Either of those systems work. I'm much more of a listen to the lyrics and hear the song going on in my head than a counter per se. I usually count my long notes, but I don't. If a song like this that has a very characteristic feeling and I really know my lyrics to it, it's easier just to sing the lyrics. All right, now and then, so in level 2, the 2 things you're working on is getting comfy, switching back and forth between chords. That's important because it's coming up, okay? And then continuing your education on playing melody, just making sure that at one note at a time, that you can do it for every song, no matter how fast, no matter how complicated, that you can get these one note at a time type melodies out. And then we do start at level 2, diving into tough acts. And so I'd like to walk through the song. Actually, we've already walked through it several times this week, and we don't have anybody sneaky hanging out up here today. I don't think, maybe 1 or 2. And so I think probably most of you guys have been through it this week. So let's just go ahead and play it. We'll play it twice through, and we'll play it nice and slow, and so hopefully you can play it along right with me. Okay. We start it with the A chord on. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 2 strum, O, strum, rest stroke. 2 strum, O, strum, top, tap. Strum, 2, O, E chord with your 3. Okay, hit the 0 again. Tap, tap. A chord. Tap. E minor chord or E chord with your 3. Okay, and you're not supposed to have a rest here, right? Always give you too much time to go back to the top. It should be immediate. You hit this note and you're already on top. Ready for measure 1, ready, and play. top. Whoops, I messed up. Sorry, guys. Second ending. Bar chord, pinky on 5. Okay. That's how we like to play. Okay. Probably a better song if you're just singing and strumming and pounding on it, but it's definitely a song that pulls off okay on Tough Uke. Also gives you, as you guys were hearing or seeing, this chord here, any chord with your pinky up here on 3, that motion's going to come up. And I was butchering it pretty good, but that's something that does come up a lot, and it's worth working on. And so this song gives you just an opportunity to work on that little activity. All right, and moving forward, I want to get us out of here early today. I've been keeping you too late each day. Let's go into book 3. And we are playing Santa Lucia, which is a beautiful Italian tune. And we will see how nice we can make that. I'll play the chords. We can play chords and singing if you like to sing. If you don't like to sing, you don't have to. Okay. If I'm in a group and they're got decent singers, I may hum along. But if somebody's a better singer than you, just let them take over. They'll be more than happy to run the show. Okay. From the top. 1, 2, 3. Now neath the silvery moon, calm seas are glittering, sweet winds and gentle waves caress my sailboat. Full sail with breezes fair, they soothe my woes and care. Come sail with me today, off to Napoli. Missed the chord. Oh, how the sailors cry, joyously echoes nigh. Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Oh, how the sailors cry, joyously echoes nigh. Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Okay. Wasn't doing half bad till I got to the end and had to actually show some vocal skills, and then I fell apart as always. So, not for the poorest of singers like me, but it's still a really nice little tune, kind of cute. All right, now that you know how the melody goes, let's go play the tune. One note at a time. We have the first part of the song is all in first position, so we don't need to do anything fancy. When we get to the second half of the song, we're gonna have some 7s. So you're going to use your pinky on those, and then they turn into 3s. Make sure you got a double on there, and then you've got some 5s that are going to show up. Ones either 2 and 5 or 1 and 5 are going to show up. So you're going to be using your pinky on those. Okay, from the top, 1, 2, 3. Isn't that pretty? That's really, really nice tune. A really, really pretty melody to it. Just enjoy knocking the heck out of that thing, and hopefully it's coming out of your guitar pretty smoothly and pretty beautifully. Working on that to make it the notes connected so that I don't do anything with my left hand until I absolutely have to, and then really trying to think through my strategies about, especially coming up the fretboard, if I don't have to pick up a finger and move it, I don't. I pick it up. If I can put something in front of it, then that's better because then that note can carry through longer before I interrupt it with my next finger. Okay, there's guitar melody line. Now let's go on to the tough axe. Okay, and again, level 3, pretty much becoming old hat. This is something that we do now, right? Let's go through it nice and slow the first time, and then we'll play it through the second time a tiny bit faster. Okay, G chord. And don't just leave your ring finger there, and move your other 2 fingers to 1 and 2. And then slide your ring back. Grab your A minor. Open. G chord with open bottom. Add your ring. Okay, take the ring off. A minor, and then add your 3. Remember, we just did that in the last song. Okay, D7, G chord, and measure 8. Idea, go up to the 7, 5, 3, C chord with the 2 on the bottom, all 5s, 3, 0, sorry, you gotta hit the all 5s again, 2, 3, and G chord, and this is 0, 7, cover both 3s with your index finger, minor, jump up, grab all 5s. Okay. 5, 7, 5. That's this one. 2 5s and a 7. Play that whole idea again. Pinky. Okay, beautiful. All right. Let's play one more time, full speed. Ish. It's supposed to be at 80. We'll probably just now play it at about 50. Let's see if we can get to 65 or 70. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I need to hit those 2, 3. Sorry, wood, measure 21, go. It's the 2s and 3s again. All right, so both times I missed the same exact thing, right? So guess what Gary needs to work on? Measure 28 and measure, what was it? Measure 20 and 28. So yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to get them right, okay? And you're going to mess up measures, right? We'll mess up measures from time to time. I guess I just had it in my head that I was going to come out of there and play a chord, and I kept missing those 2 notes. So yeah, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. All right, Santa Lucia. That's going to be a nice song. Okay, that's going to keep at it and keep working on it. See what you can do to get it faster and smoother. That's about the message behind guitar, right? Is we get that where now that you know how to play everything, what can you play quickly? What can you play smoothly? And all of that sort of stuff. Okay, all right. Let's dig into Remember Me. I do have a meeting I have to get to today, so I'm kind of rushing a tiny bit, and we're going to play this through the full 2 times. Okay. Crossing our fingers we get it right the first time. You play it whatever manner is making sense to you today or yesterday, right? If you're playing chords, these chords are not exactly easy, right? You figured that out, so maybe not the best approach. If you're playing melody, just trying to keep it smooth and beautiful and really catch the spirit of the song. And of course, if you're playing tough acts, you got your hands full. This is moments of this song are really easy and really fun, and then other moments it just really shut you down. And so you want to be thinking about, as you're practicing it and playing through it, coming up with a strategy for when you need to have a certain finger on a certain spot, that you make yourself a note. I have a ton of notes on my music where my pinky is supposed to be, right? I've got a couple of indexes, a couple of rings, but mostly it's getting my pinky in the right spot so that the rest of my chord shape can fall in correctly underneath it. And so I've got index noted once, ring noted a couple of times, and then a ton of times where I'm telling my pinky, hey, get to this spot, okay? And that's why my pinky is killing me this week, right? So I've been using it to play Remember Me. All right, so let's play it twice through, do the best we can. Tomorrow is our final. May not be the final. We'll see how tonight goes. Remember, tonight is Thursday night. So if you have Remember Me, I'd love for you to join us this evening to play through that. And usually Thursday night we get the people who have jobs. They come and join us. So we usually get a tiny bit bigger crowd. Not necessarily more chatty, just bigger number. Usually we get 6 or 7 or 8 people coming in, and we all are working on playing Remember Me. So we'll see how tonight goes, and then we'll kind of, if it goes well for me, and we're all thinking, yeah, we pretty much got this, then we may start a new song next week, or we may put this out for one more week just to keep it around, because it's a beautiful tune. We could play it a long time and really do ourselves a favor. All right, let's give it a try. Start with the index on 5 with your ring on 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Gary. top. Oops, I missed this chord. Second ending. I would like to play it one more time. I got enough time to squeeze it in two more times through. That was not my best ever. For you guys can probably are finding your spots where you're just like, what in the heck is going on here? For me, Measure 9 has just been eating my lunch since the day I wrote it. I think it's absolutely right. I love the sound of it. Everything about it is awesome. But getting my fingers to cooperate and do it has been a whole nother issue. And that chord there at Measure 5 is also a little bit of a bugaboo for me. Everything else is coming together okay for me. And so I think as with every song at this level, you're going to find those things in the song you can't do or can't do right now, or just could do but can't do it consistently. Obviously those are the sections you work on. Also, as you get closer to being ready to perform it for somebody, you got a friend coming over and you're like, or your significant other walks in the room and says, hey, play that song for me. And you're pulling up on one of those places where you have a problem getting everything put together, just jump up and play the melody, right? Don't let it make you cry. And then you can drop back into chord there. Or when you get to Measure 9, I sing a secret song to you each 75535, right? Perfectly fine, because you will, that way hey, I can totally play that part. I just can't get all those weirdo chords set in under my fingers efficiently. And that's one of the nice parts about these work sessions that we work on here during the day. You get a chance to see me messing up, you get a chance to mess up, we get a chance to find those places in the song together that are a real challenge, and work on those places. If you're playing along with me, you'll find out pretty quickly, do my fingering choices make sense? Am I making good, am I able to play along at whatever pace Gary is playing at? And that way you can sort of gauge, am I ready for this level? Am I ready to be playing melody at this level? Should I be working on my chords? As tough acts, which is obviously what we all would like to play, is that going to be possible on the song? And if not, what modifications do we need to make to the song to where we can pull it off? And so right now I'm still focused resolutely on playing exactly what's on the paper, just busy trying to chase my pinky around a lot. And there are a couple of places where you play a chord here, and then you've got to be way down here in the very next eighth eighth note, and so it's sort of like, how do I make this chord ring as long as I possibly can before jumping down here and grabbing the high notes? Um, it's a lot of work. So let's figure out, it's worth it. It's just a lot of work. Let's play it one more time, twice through, and then we'll call it a night. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Oh, Vic just made a minute. I saw Vic toss up a little note, and I thought, before I start off on this song, maybe I should read her note. I do use the melody when I can't do the chord melody. That's what you should do, right? You're going along. Here's a perfect example. I know that I can play. Now, can I get this one on in time? I don't know. Maybe not. Now, what's wrong with that? Nothing. That's beautiful. Okay, it's absolutely beautiful. I just rolled past that 5-4-5-5 as if it wasn't there. If I don't make a big deal out of it, your audience certainly won't make a big deal out of it. As long as they're hearing the melody, and that's why we dig into melody all the time. As long as they're hearing the melody, if you only toss in a chord every once in a while, they'll fill the rest in with their ears. You don't need to play everything. Okay, and especially when you get to the point where you're like, oh, there is no way that that's happening at this speed or whatever. Jump up, grab the melody for a while, and then jump back down when you see a chord you can get in on. Okay, great thought, Vic. Glad you're doing that. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, guys, my pinky is locking up. To the top. Are we on the first ending or the second ending? I think we're on the second ending. Yeah. All right. So not as good as I can do. I'm going to do better tomorrow. I'm going to do better tonight. My pinky is locking up something fierce right today for some reason. And when that happens, I know I just got to walk away from it. So there you go. It's a beautiful piece. Hopefully, even if you're just playing melody, even if you're just playing chords, even if you're just playing tough acts, right? Whatever way you're playing it is, you're finding a meaningful way to make that thing sound as pretty as it is. It's a really beautiful tune. I'm super excited we're working on it. And I hope you guys have a wonderful afternoon. Stay out of trouble. Evelyn, thanks. See you tomorrow. Do you have any pinky exercises? My pinky exercise is just to let it rest. That's my pinky exercise. To be honest, if you're playing this type of music, your pinky's going to get exercised to death. I think, honestly, the best things that we can do as warm-ups, right, is just create a ball of fist and then open it up. Do this. Don't push. Don't use your other hand to do anything with it, but just let those tendons stretch out. Like right now, it's like, ow, oh, that feels good, right? So just stretching those tendons and making sure those feel good. Coming back to a ball, don't overdo it, right? Just let the natural tightness of your muscles give it a little bit of a hug, right? Back out. And then, of course, we've talked about this one before, which is open this, close this, open this, close this. Open this, close this, open that, close that. Okay, those are two. This is what you do when you're away from your guitar, thinking, I wish I was a guitar player right now instead of, doing whatever I'm doing. Sit there at dinner time, with your hand under the table, doing those sorts of exercises. I think these do you more good than just about anything. You're just really just doing your stretching and getting your hand, those muscles loosened up and doing that, right? It's fun to play along with me. It would be fun to play along with me if I could play those hard parts a little better, right? And so we'll keep working on it. And I think the nice part you should know is if you're playing any of this stuff, you're playing at a very high level. This is not easy stuff. And, you'll see professional YouTube videos, or classical guitar players who can knock this stuff out without a big problem. But what you don't see when you see that is months and months and months of practice prior up to creating that video. And I would say that this song is in that neighborhood where, you can knock out a version of it fairly quickly, but to get it right, to get all of the chords, to get all of that subtlety and all of those deep, interesting chords going through there, it's going to take a few study sessions. So I love you guys showing up, and I really appreciate it. It keeps me on track, and hopefully it helps you to find a reason to pull the guitar out, right? A lot of us have nice guitars sitting under our beds, and this hopefully is giving you a chance to get your guitar out and make some nice music. So whatever level you're working on, doesn't matter. You're going to always be working on getting up to that next level, and my level is measure 9 right now, right? Can't seem to get it to from really about measure 8.5 on. I just started fighting it and just terrible. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. Please be safe out there. Stay inside. It's not good. And we'll see all of you guys tomorrow.